Hello and welcome to another TV licensing video on doing stuff and filming it. Now, I've got something a little different today. It is another letter from TV licensing, but this one has been left by one of their enforcement officers or salesmen or goons or whatever you want to call them. It wasn't sent to me. They haven't come to visit me. I feel quite left out. I found it on Facebook. Somebody shared it on there and I thought I'd talk about it on here. I'm not going to say who it was given to because I don't know their situation, and obviously if they are getting visits then they're in a bit more of a precarious situation than me, so I'll keep them anonymous and we'll just talk about the letter. Right, let's have a look. Right, so this was left by one of their, we'll just call them enforcement officers for now, whatever. So there's no identifying information on this, likely because the salesman, whatever, just carries a bunch of them. I've said it before, I strongly suspect these people just go from house to house and 90, 95, 99% of people just aren't in. The majority of people go out and work during the day, so they're just going around knocking on doors of empty houses. So yeah, they probably carry hundreds of these around and yeah, just post them in every door that they don't get an answer at. So yeah, there's no legal occupier, there's no barcodes, there's a fairly generic letter. It looks like it's been folded and put in an envelope, but again, so what? I doubt that there was any interaction between the poster and the salesman, because why would they leave a letter like this? You know, normally they write things on a clipboard, and the guy seemed pretty switched on. I reckon he would have just shut the door, so I reckon he's come home and this has been laying on his doormat. So let's have a look. Our records show your property has no TV license. I visited today to find out why. Who are you? For one, you have not replied to our letters, so my visit today was the next stage of the official investigation into why your address doesn't have a TV license. Well, the simple answer is he doesn't want one. So, and he actually put in the post, doesn't need or want one, so yeah, he just stopped paying for it by the look of it. Don't risk prosecution and a fine of up to £1,000, and they've got two qualifying marks there, and at the bottom it just says, in Scotland, Scottish criminal law applies. The maximum fine is £2,000 in Guernsey. I didn't know that. And then the rest of it just seems to be standard TV licensing letter shite, really. You are breaking the law if you watch or record live TV programmes on any channel or device, or download and watch BBC programmes on iPlayer without a TV licence. Maximum penalty is a £1,000 fine plus any legal costs and or compensation that you may be ordered to pay. And it's the same mark again about it being £2,000 in Guernsey. As we saw in letter number 17, the one where they have murdered Scott Robson, they're just now putting any channel or device. It doesn't matter what you use. At least they've stopped banging on about VHS recorders. Side note, there was quite a few people in the comments on this picture that were saying, well, I never watch BBC, so I don't need a licence. Like, it is any channel, guys. You know, stop broadcasting your crimes. But yeah, anyway, yeah, the law is, whilst it's silly, it is quite clear it's any channel. But yeah, some people still seem to get that wrong. But that's one of the primary reasons why I make these videos, is education as well. Anyway, let's carry on. To stop this investigation, act now. You can buy a licence. I mean, the guy didn't need or want one, neither do I. Transfer your current licence, and it just says do them on their website. If your property doesn't need a licence or is currently unoccupied, go to tvlicense.co.uk/no TV. We may still need to confirm this with another visit. Yeah, come back to that as well. If you don't take action, we will continue our investigation. You can find out more about enforcement and prosecution process at tvlicensing.co.uk/visit. I don't think I've seen that web address. All the letters that I get talk about, you know, /pay, moving, no TV. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one that says visit, but then again, I have never had a visit, so there we go. And it's signed off, yeah, look here, TV Licensing Enforcement Officer. Doesn't give the chap's actual name because these are just generic letters. I have them when I'm out in the work van. If I go to a customer for their appointment and there's nobody in, I leave a little slip saying I've called and what they have to do to get it rearranged, etc. Oh yeah, and then the bottom bit is fairly generic. We see this a lot on these letters. Ways to pay for your license, pay in one go, spread the cost. We've talked about direct debit payments, how you overpay for the first 6 months and then don't. And then apply for a TV licensing payment card. I still keep trying to get hold of one of those cards, but I have to promise to have a license, or I have to make one payment before I can get the card. I was hoping to just apply for it, they send it to me, and then never put any money on it, but never mind. Alright, so few things here which are pretty seedy. I get leaving something to say that you've visited. Like I say, I do it all the time. The difference being is that I'm going to customers' properties because they have an appointment. You know, I'm there normally to fix something or install some services. They're expecting me, they want me to come, and people are generally happy to see me. But with this, however, I can only imagine that they're leaving this to keep the fear going. That's the only reason I can think for them leaving this letter, really, because the majority of it is just the same crap that we see in their regular monthly letters. It's slightly different format here and there, but it's just the same crap again and again. You know, especially this bit. You know, you are breaking the law if you watch. That's there on everything that they. You know, that's there on everything they send out. I visited today to find out why. Why is none of your business? I don't want one, so bugger off. So, yeah, they're leaving them to keep you know, oh, they could come back. This is the next stage of our investigation. I can't think what the next stage after the failed visit would be. You know, they have no evidence whatsoever to prosecute you with unless they do a visit, you know, or put your crimes on the internet. But generally, if they need a visit and they need you to incriminate yourself. So they turn up at a house, there's nobody in. There can't be any more stages after that. The investigation has failed unless they're going to visit again. I just think, you know, I visited today to find out why. They want you to be in fear of them roaming around. It's like the whole detector van myth. They were never real, but they put out this myth that they could, you know, detect who was watching what, who had a TV without a license. And there was that old advert where, you know, they're in the back of the van and some alarm goes off and goes, oh, there's a TV at number 2 and they're watching Columbo.
Yes, there's a TV set on number 5. It's in the front room. And they're watching Columbo.
If you don't have a TV license, it won't take us long to find you.
It was never real. That's what they're doing here. They want you to think that they're prowling around, and you need to watch yourself.
There's someone prowling around here.
That's their main... Well, it's not their main weapon. It's their only weapon is fear to get you to buy these. Just utter scumbags. Alright, so yeah, moving down. We'll skip over this bit. You know, don't risk prosecution, because we see that all the time. The middle bit. Stop this investigation, act now. Now, they normally have 3 boxes on the letters. This only has 2, and then the text is slightly smaller. Again, subtle little things with it. They're just trying to trick the vulnerable that are more likely to fall for this, you know. Your only option to stop this investigation is to buy a license or transfer one you already have, to keep giving us money so that we'll leave you alone. We'll stop prowling around your house trying to get in. And yeah, if your property doesn't need a license, that's left in the smaller text underneath. But even if you tell them to stop this investigation, tell us you don't need a license, but we may still turn up and do you in anyway. Why? I've told you, fuck off. Unless you have some other evidence that say I'm lying about needing a license, don't come around. Just piss off. Stop presuming everybody's guilty. If you don't take action, we will continue our non-existent investigation. And do what? What is the next stage of your investigation? You have no evidence. Your visit has failed. The guy can come back as many times as he likes, but until he gets a successful visit and, you know, the their victim confesses, or it self-incriminates himself, self-snitches, as Bruce Rivers would say, there's nowhere else for you to go other than go back to sending you stupid letters. So the only way I think this could possibly progress from here, other than them sending another visit, is if they just lie and make it up and try and get a warrant. But I think even TV licensing won't do that. That's too toxic even for them. So yeah, your non-existent investigation is going nowhere. But yeah, and then, like I said earlier, not signed off in any sort of name, just signed off as TV licensing salesman, and that's the same we've seen plenty of times. It's maybe a bit more brief. The bigger letters that are double-sided have more about how you can spread the payment, but that's all fairly generic. So yeah, just that middle bit and then the very top bit, I visited today to find out why. The two main things they're doing wrong here to try and beat up our elderly and vulnerable grandmothers. So yeah, that's it. That was, like I say, I found this on Facebook. Someone had put it in a group that I'm in. Interestingly, nothing to do with TV licensing. It was just a completely unrelated group, but someone happened to put it in there. I wasn't out looking for it, it just came up in the feed, and I'd never seen it before, so I thought I'd share it like I do all my letters that come my way. I think what I'll do is I'll have a look at that web page in another video. I had a quick skim of it just before pressing record. There's quite a lot of information on there for us to digest, so I think that'll be another video. Yeah, maybe pick through their website over a series of videos. But yeah, that's about it really. I just thought I'd share that, so thank you for watching. See you next time. Thank you for watching this video on doing stuff and filming it. Please don't forget to press the big button here in the middle to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you liked what you just saw, please click the like button below and leave a comment letting me know what you liked about it. And as always, thank you for watching.